Hello, and welcome to I Nima. This is a game where the premise is you are tied up in the basement by your mother, and you have to figure out what you're supposed to say to her. With that said, I'm jumping right into it. And I would assume that it's going to spell Nima, because that is in the title. Nima? Question mark. Dark, cold, endless, and utterly serene. The perfect undulating prison for you to spend eternity. An irritating yet familiar voice scratches at your brain, and you find yourself violently awoken by a mysterious figure. It worked. It worked? You're breathing. The air is cold and stagnant. The walls that surround you provide the room with a distinct lack of natural light. Oh, fuck. Staring at me, bro. You are underground. Dozens of boxes overflowing with trinkets bring a strange sense of comfort. That comfort dissipates as you realize you're tied to the chair you're sitting in. A bungee cord holds your head up. The stranger stands across the room, hesitating to approach. Nima, is that you? Words in your brain can be combined to unlock new words. Mom. Oh, I didn't read that. When you're done, words can be dragged from your brain down to your mouth to unlock new dialogue options. So it's like one of those like infinite crafting games where it's like water and fire and you combine them to make more and more. Mom? What's going on? Wait, yes, it's all coming back to you now. You're Nima Lee, and this is your mother, Annabelle Lee. Mom breathes a sigh of relief and smiles. Oh, thank God. I thought I'd lost you. She excitedly steps forward, but stops herself just sort of throwing her arms around you in an embrace. She pauses. Lost me? Mom shudders. Let me bring you some food first. You must be starving. Mom exits the basement, excitedly clambering her way up the stairs. I hope she trips and cracks her skull. Oh! Thanks, Mom. Oh! Looks like we've got our own issues. Or, maybe we're not Nima. That is the game. A sopping wet bowl of slop is gently presented to you. Mmm, slop. That is disgusting. There's a fucking fish bone in there. What the hell? And like a green onion that you didn't even bother chop. The odor, reminiscent of wet dog and dirty socks, is masked by overwhelming amounts of soy sauce. That's a waste of soy sauce, brother. Your nose begins to shrivel like a worm left out in the sun. Mom unties your hands, but leaves your waist and head fastened to the chair. Okay. With some effort, you can now eat your gruel. She places a small dull spoon in your now free hand. So why am I tied up if you were, like... I don't know. Why do you tie me up if you're trying to bring your kid back? Like, if you're... I don't know. I'm trying... I can't... Whatever. She's even uglier up close. Okay, Nima, before you eat, we need to have a little talk. There was an accident. Your memories may have been affected, and I want to ensure you're okay before everything goes back to normal. You're going to be living and sleeping in the basement for now. Can you untie me? You're tied up for your own safety. If you fall unconscious, I don't want you to fall and hurt yourself. That sounds fake. Just follow her rules and then we'll be free. You're not a prisoner. This is just a controlled environment for you to heal in, okay? Sounds fake. You look at the bowl of food and then back up at her. You try to nod, but your head just bounces in your binds. Like, even... That's crazy, man. Tying up her head. Alright, so starting tomorrow, I'm going to be bringing you items. I want you to think of how these items make you feel, if they bring back any memories. For now, let's start with something simple as an example. She takes a bowl of gruel and pushes it towards you. What does this kanji make you think of? You can start to eat while we talk if you like. But that's some fucked up kanji. I'm You hesitate, looking down at the bowl and back at her. Although she claims there are no wrong answers, you know that is not true. She's looking for a specific response. Try connecting ideas in your mind and see where those trains of thought lead you. Tell me what you're thinking about. Hungry. Disgust. Disgust and mom. Food. Kanji and stranger. Stranger and food. No. Nima and stranger. That makes mom. Nima. That's myself. Maybe. Myself and disgust. Disgust towards myself. Doesn't seem right. Food. Hungry. Disgust. Indulgence. Mom. Science. Ranger? No, right. Mom. No, mom science. Scientist. She's a scientist. No. Disgust. And science. No. Disgust and indulgence. Judgment. That doesn't bring anything up. Why are some of these highlighted green? Or like surrounded by green? Huh. Self-loathing. I did not know what I put together. But disgust. Stranger. Stranger. What if I put Mom and Nima together? Love, fear, family. Family, stranger. So she feels like her mother's a stranger. Sounds about right. Family. Love. Lonely. Family. Nima, dad, mom. Dad and mom, family. Dad and Nima, sad. Kinda lonely. That's not right. This food makes me feel lonely. That's not right. Dad, lonely, grief. Grief. Something happened to the dad. Okay. Is this... All words are stored in your library after they're unlocked. Okay, that's what I saw earlier. A to Z. A to Z. Most recently is... Okay, I see. Kanji makes me feel... Or makes Nima feel grossed out because that is a disgusting fucking thing of porridge. Ew. Despite every fiber of your being screaming at you not to, you bravely force a single spoon of piping hot kanji down your throat. Overwhelmed by the pungent taste of Mom's unconventional methodology of cooking, you spit it back out. Better to starve to death than endure another mouthful of this overseasoned nightmare. Unsurprisingly, Mom looks away in shame and apologizes for the culinary travesty before you. I guess my cooking hasn't improved then. I'm sorry, Mom. I can't eat this. Well, you have to eat something. Can we order takeout? She cringes. The notion of spending money on greasy fast food when there's perfectly fine kanji at home seems to cause her physical anguish. Maybe don't stuff a fucking fishbone in there, brother. I don't know what you thought. You know what? I have some Burgess Burger coupons upstairs. I've been saving them for a special occasion. To be determined if she'll be... It is to be determined if she'll remember to actually do this. Huh. She's going to feed us, right? Us? Is there two of us here? In the narrative? Am I in this? What? You yawn. The bowl of kanji certainly chased away your appetite. Now you'd prefer to find a nice den to crawl inside and sleep. Mom sets the bowl aside and lets out a long sigh. She stares at you intently, preparing for something. How much of the accident do you remember? Let's get this out of here. You shake your head. Some things just come to you, but as far as you're concerned, everything that happened before you woke up in this basement feels like a dream. You were swimming, you hit your head. You're lucky I was able to rescue you. You clutch your head as a bolt of pain travels from the top of your cranium down your spine. Ow. Likely story. Blood, rock. Blood. Okay, that just goes into its same. Swimming. Grief. Swimming. Happy. Pain. A memory surges to you. You recall looking up at your mother's stony face. In her hand, she clutches a small, sharp knife designed to cut through flesh and organs. Your mother looks worried as she reaches out to console you. Did you cut me open? Be honest. You recoil away from her. Maybe we should talk about this later. Tomorrow the real test will begin. You pass those, and you'll be free to leave the basement, and everything can return to normal. How am I supposed to pass if I can barely remember anything? I suppose it's only fair if you have a chance to ask me some questions in return. There's a shuddering pain racking your brain. You're almost spent for the day. Choose your next words carefully. What do you want to know? I can already guess that he, passed away. Pain, you hurt me. Blood, swimming. Happy I'm okay. Rock. Grief. Science. Your job. Ranger. No, that's just... Blood. That's about swimming. I got hurt while swimming. You feel like you don't trust that explanation. You went swimming by yourself and hit your head on a rock. I told you not to go because the current was strong, but you didn't listen as usual. You were lucky I found you when I did. Really? Yeah. Her voice is tinged with regret. She's lying to you. Your eyelids are growing heavy. You're running out of energy. Already? Damn. Anything else you want to ask me about? Water. Body. Isolation. You scare me. Is this gonna ask rest of family? Where's the rest of our family? Mom reaches out and places her hand on yours. It's just you and me, Nima. That's not true. There's two others, aren't there? She withdraws her hand and looks at you quizzically. There was once, but now it's just us, okay? You yawn and your mother takes notice. Nima, sweetie, don't you think it's time to go to bed? I just have one more question. Okay, what do you want to ask? Seems risky. Love? You okay? No, we're not asking about it. Isolation. Drown? Did I die? Did I die in the accident? No. You were in a coma. Let's not worry about that right now, okay? The pain surging through your brain terminates with a sudden pull of the plug. Your eyes cut to blindness, and then you feel your body fall forward to be caught by the ropes fastening you to the chair. You flicker in and out of consciousness as rogue bolts of electricity wiggle your neurons. Okay, so we seem pretty weak, like, I mean, in terms of energy and shit, because, I'm pretty sure that you don't just ragdoll when you run out of energy. Mom hums a familiar song. A pair of tender arms bear the full weight of your malnourished and sickly form. You are lowered onto a lumpy mattress, tucked in routinely and without indulgence. Whoever carried you here was hesitant to do so. Her acts of mothership seem little more than a performance. Despite that, you feel a gentle hand lovingly caress the side of your face, and once again, the world goes dark. Okay, life? Fossil? What? Ugh, my head hurts. This is my room. I barely remember it. Okay. The bathroom is locked. What if I need to piss? Good question. I don't know. What's this? I was his child and I was her child. In this kingdom by the sea. Oh, is that the dad? Oh. The child's drawing. It vaguely resembles a koi fish. James Pond. That's pretty funny. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good pet fish. James Pond. Pet fish name. This is what my dad looked like. I remember him. A lava lamp. Hot to the touch. Why was the text uncentered? Huh. This water's been sitting out here for a while. I wonder what's living inside it now. Was it always this lumpy? Probably. What's he so happy about? Pisses me off. Nice. I wonder what's out there. Trapped outside. Looks so pretty out there. Fossil, rock, trapped. There's that. Tales from the Uncool Kid, Benson Breyer. This book used to be so relatable. Now I just think he's a loser. Yeah, I think that's how people describe a fucking wimpy kid. 101 dinosaur jokes that'll have your friends roaring. How do dinosaurs pay their bills? With Tyrannosaurus checks. That's terrible. Understanding Paleobiology, Helen Tamerlane. John Wen's 7. Even after all those years of studying, my Mandarin still sucks. These fish are trapped in a fake world. She spent a long time working on this one. No one even read it. Field studies. Oh, Annabelle Lee. Digging deeper. This book is about evolution. I wonder what we'll evolve into. Age, fossil, Cambrian era? That's really specific. Old? Oh, brother. Responsibility. Old bed, old work. Retirement home? Brother. Not to toot my own horn, but I'm a pretty strong swimmer. You're on a swim team. But if you're on a swim team, then it seems if you won trophies for swimming, it seems really unlikely I would just be that you'd get hurt while swimming. I was not talented at all. You don't much of a penguin. I wonder if they're ever jealous of the birds in the sky. Envy. Wait. Hubris? That's crazy. There's Nima. I'm gonna put mom out a little. Envy. Family. Forgiveness. What? Humility? Paradox? Oh, brother. My old locker. I can't remember the password. Forgotten. Fish? Bug? Wait. Fish? Forgotten. Hold on. Ghost? Responsibility? Erosion? Fish? I love fish though. It's not. That's not it. Okay. What is this? World's Best Daughter. I wonder what the sample size for this was. Pride. Swimming. Work. Okay. Save the whales. Though it is beautiful when a whale dies. They host an entire ecosystem. Tomato Boy is the coolest. I've read all of the comics. The fuck? Tomato Girl? What the hell is Tomato Boy? No. This human looks strange. That is a monkey, not a human. I used to chew on these pencils. Hungry. This is my special jar of wishes. Right now I wish I could get out of here. Dream. Oh. My purpose in life. I wonder what my purpose is. Life. Dream. Oh. Milk, rice, coffee, tomatoes. I wonder if mom had time to pick up groceries while I was gone. Doesn't seem like it. It's just hungry. Help mom file taxes. Mom was always so stressed about this. Why would you have your child file your taxes for you, brother? What? Regret? Indulgence? Work? Neglect? Starvation? Fly trap? Jesus, I need to get rid of this tomato boy shit. Dumb bass. Hey, that bass is trying its best. Bully the fish. I got a bad. Sad. Bully mom. God damn it. Oh. I wish I could be the powerhouse of the cell. The Nemachondria. Terrible. Sorry, there's a roach. There's a roach here. Oh. That felt nice. Okay. Doesn't seem that bad. I think he's faking it. I don't think he is. This is gonna be Dream. No. Death. Okay. I think that's everything then, right? Should I knock for Mom? I guess. Are you awake? Yes. You hear her undo a... Jesus Christ, that is an angle. You hear her undo a series of deadbolts, opening the door only a crack for it to be caught by the chain lock and held nearly closed. Why do you have so many locks on your child's door? She studies you. She closes the door. You hear her undo the last chain and open the door again. You didn't clean yourself up. The bathroom door was locked. Her cold demeanor thaws for a moment. Shit. She pounds her head with the palm of her hand. She gestures for you to go sit at the table while she retreats into your room and unlocks the bathroom. Quick, lock her in. You hesitate, weighing the risk of trapping your mother in your prison. She returns, quickly and efficiently. Your bathroom is unlocked. She doesn't take note of you, passing by to ascend the stairs and a staccato thumps and exits the basement. You fidget in your chair, wondering if you did something to upset her. She's not buying it. She returns trundling clumsily down the stairs. She holds the railing to keep herself steady. In her other hand she carries a large tote bag bulging with concealed items. Alright. She calms down a bit and smiles placidly at you. Good morning, Nima. Good morning. Don't forget to call her Mom. Did you sleep well, Mom? No. Disgusting. She's wearing the same clothes as yesterday. She looks disheveled. It's unclear if she's slept at all. Are you feeling any pain? Yesterday our conversation ended rather abruptly. Your vitals are stable and you seem to have made a full recovery. Yes, I'm feeling well. Good. She flips up a notebook and makes note of that response. How was your sleep? Any interruptions or strange dreams? Lie to her. Nope. She flips her notebook closed and a fake smile turns into a real one. You're going to do better today, right? Today is going to be a little different from yesterday. With me I have some items. All you need to do is tell me how they make you feel. Can you do that for me? Yes. She places a plushie of the shark upon the table in front of you. For some reason, it invokes unfamiliar feelings within. Plush, death, and shark. Marine biologist. Nostalgia, sorrow, and most intriguingly, love. Now, is there anything this reminds you of? Plush, soft and dangerous, shark, fish, bug science, shark. I mean, I guess I should just say shark. That's a great white shark, the apex predator of the deep. Did you know that they can have up to 300 teeth and reach 6 meters in length? I'm serious. What the fuck? Mom lets out a tired sigh. Yes, Nima, I know. Did you also know that as a species, some sharks have been dated to have existed 450 million years ago? Imagine being 450 million years old. I'm sorry, I know you're probably like 8, Nima, but I think... I think... I think you are stuck in the basement and you should be a little more concerned about getting out instead of shark facts. Nerd. Honey, maybe it's better to focus on how it makes you feel. Oh, okay. Um, Well, not sad. It's like sad, right? Or love. It's like, hold on. The trip. What trip? That's the toy Dad got for me at the aquarium. Can we go? Can we get tickets? Yes, let us out of the bowl. It's not really a good time for that right now. Aw, man, promise me we'll go sometime, okay? Just like how we used to when Dad was still around. Memories of your father's embrace fill your mind. He's no longer with you, but the plushie still connects the two of you together. Aw. Maybe after we're all done here. Does that sound good? Yeah, okay. Mom lets out a melancholic chuckle. It's funny, you used to bring this thing everywhere with you. I remember you never let me take it from you, even to wash it. Your father used to say it was starting to look more like a catfish than a shark. He even considered buying a second one to switch out so we could clean it when you weren't looking. Hey! He never did, don't worry. After he passed, you were even more inseparable. You wanted to hold on to anything that reminded you of him. You and Mom share a moment of nostalgic silence, reminiscing on the warmth of a face that fades more and more into memory every single day. Can I just comment real quick? The red lighting is like crazy, dude. Mom lovingly plants her hand on your cheek. I'm just glad I didn't lose both of you. Okay, Nima, let's move on to something else. She pulls out a chunk of rock with a strange formation entombed onto its surface. There's a prismatic glow to the rock, an opalized skeleton frozen in time and then cracked open like an egg. Mother hesitates, unsure if she should show you this thing. Still, she places it on the table and pushes it towards you. That looks kind of like the in the in-between days when she was, I think, sleeping. The thing that was like, she said life fossil. Looks like the thing that was popping out of her head there. What does this remind you of? A rock. I mean, there's a rock. There's indeed a rock. What is here? Hungry? Stomach grumble? Brother. Disgust. You? I don't think so. Dad? Something about Dad? I think it has something to do with Dad. Mother shakes her head. I'm into rocks, he's into fish. That's always been our thing. Why don't you just pick up the rock and smash her skull in? We'll see how into rocks she is after that. But I think of where you might have seen this before. James Pond. How does a koi fish... I gotta ask. Would a koi fish be able to survive back when this thing was alive? Would it be an apex predator? On one hand, it's probably one of the largest things around. On the other hand, probably not much it can eat. Hungry is a state of mind, as well as a state of need. Nima? You should probably focus on the test. Okay. Body? Feeling of weight? Feeling of weight? Hold on. Where did I put it? Did I just disappear it? Feeling of weight. A rumble in the basin and mud raining down from the sky. Then a sudden blanket of earth pulled across you from somewhere far beyond your vision. You're pretty sure that's what it would be like to be buried alive. Why are you remembering what it's like to be buried alive? What does this remind you of? I guess it's a fossil. Do I have fossil? No, I don't. Let's try Mom and... Hold on. This isn't... Wait, I do have fossil. It's a fossil from work. Why isn't it highlighted, though? Food? No. Forgotten. Your work. You have a memory of being at the top of the stairs to the basement, peeking down at your mother while she toiled away down here in her lab. She was looking at this rock, spending all her time with it as if it had enchanted her. She wouldn't let you see what she was working on. Every time you interrupted, she'd tell you firmly to leave. This is the topic of her next research study, a study she has been working on night and day for most of the summer. You spent the whole summer with that fossil. Time got away from me. The memories are all tinged with loneliness and guilt. Your mother had called you her lab assistant, but all you did to help her was cook and clean. Back then you told yourself you did all that work for love, but now you can't help but feel indignant. Okay, no, that's right. Like, who makes their, like, kid do all the cooking and cleaning? Like, I don't know if she's even 10, man. You did. What? Kind of a waste of time, sitting down here in the dark while the summer passes. You touched a nerve with that. She reacts by balling her fist. A steel veil crosses over her eyes. You spoiled brat. You can play and do nothing all summer. That, well, yeah, I mean, she doesn't have school during the summer, man. She doesn't have a job. She's a child. She's supposed to enjoy her childhood. Maybe to you this looks like I'm wasting my time, but all this work I've done so we can fix our family. Okay, so are you... Okay, well, hold on. So clearly you tried to bring back, her, and it kind of worked. Were you trying to do the same with the dad? Because... Is this like a Jurassic Park situation kind of thing, or something? What? You shouldn't have said that. Why not? It's the truth. Play? You didn't let me go outside. I felt like I was in prison. You had to learn your lesson. What lesson? You really shouldn't have said that. I don't think we should continue talking about this. I want to focus on happy memories today. You are my good and happy daughter, Nima. She speaks as if she's reminding herself who you are, but the tone is clearly suggesting that you've begun to wander off the script she set out for you. What lesson, Mom? Don't get all righteous with me, as if it's my fault that we ended up like this. You're the one who betrayed my trust. You're the one who put this entire experiment in jeopardy. Okay, so you're clearly... Maybe she was trying to bring the dad back, but then she did something because she was mad her mom was making her do all the work. Like, you know, around the house, and then she's now using her as like a testing for the experiment, like to make sure things work. I don't know. I was ready to forgive you, for us to go back to the way things were, but it seems you're too spiteful to move on. You're not Nima. Nima would never act like this. Nima would never question me like this. That's it. It's time for bed. Mother grits her teeth to hold herself back from speaking further. Gruffly, she picks you up by your arms and hauls you back to your room. She deposits you across the threshold of the door and then quickly closes the door behind you. You hear her voice muttering something about controlled stimulus as she stomps away from the door and begins ascending the stairs out of the basement. You messed up. Pushed her buttons too much. She doesn't love you anymore. You banish the errant thought from your mind. After the interrogation today, you want for nothing else but the comfort of the bed. You find yourself awake in bed. There are heavy weights on your arms. You try to wiggle, and your arms push against a series of tight ropes that bind you still. That's not good. I told you, she doesn't like failure. Your mother enters the room, wiping a small steel pick with an antiseptic tissue. Hello, are you gonna kill me? You awake? I didn't use enough anesthesia. You try to scream, but you discover your mouth is gagged. That's fine. You won't need it. She leans over you, placing her knee on your stomach to pin you and gripping your face with a clawed hand. The pick inches closer to your eye. Don't blame yourself. It's my fault, really. Something must have went wrong with the procedure for you to come out like... this. She begins to caress your cheek. Her hands are trembling ever so slightly. I hope you're not planning to do surgery on me, because when your hands are trembling and you gotta do surgery, it's not really good. But that's okay. Um, there's always next time. You feel the blade scrape past your socket and push out into the nerves of your brain. Your life terminates with a pop as she severs your brain in half. Suddenly it's dark. Dark, cold, endless, and utterly serene. You spend an eternity in this darkness. Until a familiar voice. Nima? Is that you? Wait, so... But like, it sounds like... when we die... Okay, the way it was worded. It sounded like we died, but we didn't, like, lose our memories. So is something, like, keeping our memories, or... Oh. Oh, damn. Okay. That was it for the demo. I guess I'm not surprised. The demos are usually shorter. That was interesting. Oh, you can see the kanji here with the shitty fucking fish bone. Jesus Christ. Uh, okay, well, I'm definitely looking forward to, the full game now, but, and I already said my thoughts on what I think might be happening, you know, during all the, between and the dialogue and, like, okay, so there's clearly, something to do with the fossils here. Because, you know, that fossil, like, in the dream part of the game, it showed the fossil in her head, and, some of the words, the Cambrian era was interesting for there. I mean, maybe she just studied a lot, but, like, I don't think that's necessarily the explanation, given, uh, you know, the fossil thing. But yeah, that was it for I Nima. Definitely interesting game. Excited to see where it goes, what the full story is when it releases. And I will see you next time.